Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr. So it has been a long time since I last recorded a TESO episode, and B, since I last recorded at all. The last recording I made was the finale of Qa'Rajh, and that was mid-October, so I haven't recorded for over 1.5 months because of my studies being pretty demanding. And I haven't been recording TESO, the Elder Scrolls Online. I don't really like calling it TESO. I don't know why I did. For even longer than that. I could check up on when I last... Yeah, so the last Elder Scrolls Online episode was uploaded, not recorded, but uploaded on the 26th of August. So that's nearly four months of that. So it's been a while. And the thing is, the last episode that I recorded was right after the Battle of Riverhold, where we essentially planned to take back Rimmen from Euraxia. Unfortunately, I did actually make that episode, or so I thought, because when I hit the record button, which is the same reason, which is essentially a start and stop record button for Elgato. I had recorded the audio, but the video started recording when I hit it to stop. So instead of 30 minutes of video, I had none. And I decided this was very important, so I did not want it as a podcast episode without video. But basically we faced off against Euraxia, who died, and then we were essentially told that her necromancer friend, in quotation marks, Zumog Foom, basically was like, yeah, I've never really supported her, she was just a convenient ally, I like dragons now. So yeah, there's that. That's basically the recap. Right, so I think we're more or less up to date. So what we're going to do now is, we've technically dealt with this chapter, perhaps, of the Elsweyr main story. But it will continue, as you can see by the quest marker, over Lord Qa'Rajh's head. And also up in the hut. There's a good chance that we will be let out of the city anyway. I don't exactly remember, but I would reckon that part of what we have to do is chase after the dragons and all the necromancers and deal with them so that Elsweyr can be united once more. So once we head out, I have some, I wouldn't say issues yet with my inventory. I still have about 50 or so in available spots, so it's not pressing, but it's something that I'd like to get fixed. And since I'm now here playing anyways, and I have a feeling that a large part of this would be explaining the story, then it won't be a big action episode anyways. Plus, you know, a lot of things have happened, and well, in my life and in the world, but so basically I figured we could have a talking episode. They pop up from time to time in my series, so I mean, I am talking right now because I am doing the commenting, but I'm not commenting. It's not when it's a talking episode. It's not so much about what's going on in the game as it is the game going on in the background, with me talking about something else, typically about what issues I have and or something similar. Good. Okay, that was 5.5 minutes gone. Let's talk to Qa'Rajh. Is there anything lootable? No distractions.
A word. Amira's parents would be proud of how she has stepped forward in these dark times. Moons, I am proud of her. While Qa'Rajh gathers her thoughts, the rest of us have work to do. Tell me, what happened in the palace?
We killed Euraxia, but Narado died. The dragons and the necromancers are still working together.
You bring news both welcome and grim. But we can neither celebrate a victory nor mourn the good captain until later, I fear. We need to determine why the dragons are willing to associate with wielders of dark magic.
I heard them mention a moon gate to the southwest. Qa'Rajh seems interested in the place.
Would they be interested in the moon gate of Anequina? It lies in that direction. I wonder if this pertains to Euraxia's final order. A soldier mentioned it after we captured her, but she refused to elaborate. Maybe you can help Tharn find out more.
I'll help Abnur Tharn determine the significance of Euraxia's final order. I don't remember that one.
Abnur Tharn searches through the documents in the royal study, seeking information concerning this final order. Despite his show of indifference, Euraxia was his half-sister. Her death is bound to affect him. I suggest that you tread warily.
You're worried about Abnur Tharn?
Worried? No. That would imply I had any feelings toward the man whatsoever. I'd say I'm more concerned that his nonchalant attitude toward his sister's death might be hiding his true emotions. I trust that he's here to help, but he's still a Tharn.
That's perhaps not a bad... Oh yeah, so, Cadwell, or rather, this is the soul-shriven manifestation of Cadwell, is... the real Cadwell, who we've discovered was nicknamed the Betrayer by the people of Elsweyr, is buried and his corpse scattered around here in Elsweyr. Currently his head is aiding Zumok-Foom, which is interesting because we have the soul-shriven full deal, which is good, or at least helpful, and we're fighting against, well, for now, his actual head, as in from this world, head, which is evil. That's a... well... I'm not saying that Cadwell is bipolar, but if he was, that would be the manifestation of that. Okay, so we weren't let outside the city. Someone stole my sweet roll. Nope, that's just a take, so it's not even stealing. Well, that didn't bring me out into the city as I had actually hoped, but again, well, I plan to go this for... ooh, books. I plan to go for this for about 30 minutes. Oh, there's a good there's a pretty good chance, even with Abnur Tharn blabbing on, and he can blabber, that there will be time to head outside and deal with my inventory. Again, it's not a pressing matter, and I can easily do it after this episode, but I kind of wanted to use it as filler, because it's kind of... oh, that one's glowing. A report from the Queen. Your Royal Majesty, aligning myself with you has proven fruitful for both of us. You get an unyielding army of undead at your disposal, while I get an unlimited supply of bodies with which to practice my craft. If only some other visionary ruler had thought to employ my services sooner. Think how far the dark arts could have been progressed. With corpses aplenty and Euraxian mercenaries to command, we have assembled a number of cadaver forges where we can raise and store the undead. Unfortunately, even sites such as the Scar and the Necropolis cannot contain all the bodies we need to create the massive army you imagine. We need more prisoners to feed into our forges. My followers eagerly await the next shipment and are ready to process them immediately. Also, I happily report that the search for the betrayer's body parts continues apace. We should have all the component pieces necessary to reconstruct the betrayer very soon. I reiterate that the betrayer is the key to maintaining and securing the continued support of the dragons. One more thing. Have you issued the order yet to take care of that problem I discovered hiding in the wilderness? Mulamnir and his brethren will be much more cooperative, I assure you, once your assassination squad deals with such a minor, though annoying, threat. Sumagfum, Lord of the Dark Arts. I see. So, the Queen wanted someone... Well, Sumagfum wanted someone dead, and wanted the Queen to carry out that order. Well then, okay, Abnur. I'll be with you in a bit. You thought I was going to say Oh, who's with us? Oh, another player. At level 773. Well, I'm not there yet. And I'm not going to be there anytime soon.
When you look at the world as lines on a map, it all seems so small and insignificant. I was trying to determine the meaning of this document, but so far the secret eludes me.
I came to offer my help. Did you find out anything about Euraxia's final order? I mean, we just did.
I found a letter, but it's not complete. Looks like a scribe's dictation. I've been searching for more, but I haven't made much progress through the royal stacks. With your help, perhaps the search will go more quickly.
Tell me about the dictated letter that you found.
It alludes to an order Euraxia was preparing to deliver shortly before our assault on the palace. It mentions a Captain S, the Cygnus Irregulars, and a favor for the dragons, but gives no indication as to who they are or what the favor might be.
About your half-sister.
We did what had to be done. Think no more about it. If you hadn't ended Euraxia, I certainly would have. Now, look around and see if you can find anything pertaining to this unfinished letter. I'm sure it refers to Euraxia's final order.
I'll see what I can find.
This study contains documents from when the Qa'Rajh ruled Rimmen, as well as papers that cover the span of Euraxia's rule. So many papers. She was a prolific writer, I'll give her that. At least she didn't destroy her files before she died.
What should I be looking for again?
Anything pertaining to this so-called final order. While we're looking around, let's see if we can find anything that mentions the dragons, the necromancers, or anything significant. Who knows? We might uncover something unexpectedly helpful.
Yes. Oh, personal journal. Was that even there before? Is this a long one? No, not really. Qa'Rajh myths and legends continue to intrigue me. After all, it was the story of the Qunzari, as told by the Moonsingers, that led me to the Wrathstones and allowed me to trick my blundering half-brother into releasing the dragons from the holds of the Colossus. I wonder what else might be waiting for me in the remaining tales of the Qunzari. Certainly the significance of the betrayer whose disgusting head follows my chief necromancer around like a sad little puppy. He came to us from those legends, and the need for the Moongate, though I must admit, at least here in my private notes, that a complete understanding of the metaphysics behind it all still eludes me. Meanwhile, I understand our investigation into the rumors of a last surviving member of the Dragon Guard here in Elsweyr have finally come to fruition. We can eliminate this potential threat and show Qa'Rajh the true value of our partnership. I look forward to studying Prefect Carlo's report in greater depth, if the infernal man ever agrees to send it to me.
Old Qa'Rajh legends and rumors of the last Dragon Guard. Intriguing.
Could you not pop into existence like that? It's rather discomforting. Okay, what is this? This was not here before. Dragons! A report for the Queen. To Her Exalted Majesty, Queen Euraxia. This report summarizes my conclusions concerning the dragons that have made their presence known throughout northern Elsweyr. The dragon that calls itself Mulamnir refers to an even more powerful creature known as Qa'Rajh. He has provided dragons to support our effort against the Qa'Rajh rebels. These massive beasts have been instrumental in many of our victories, just as you predicted. If only we could convince Mulamnir to lend us more than a single creature at a time, we could retake control of the entire region. Unfortunately, the dragon seems incapable or unwilling to discern a difference between our troops and the enemy. They take no care to avoid friendly casualties and seem to revel in destruction, no matter the target. I fear our control of these creatures is haphazard at best. My recommendation follows. Order Mulamnir to instruct the dragons to obey the chain of command. Weapons work best when we can maintain complete control over their actions. Also, we must perform a service for the dragons to seal our alliance. I suggest we send an assassination squad to eliminate the last dragon guard believed to be hiding in the Elsweyr wilderness. Centurion Jagos, royal strategist to the Queen.
Control dragons? What folly. But what was that about killing the last dragon guard?
I don't know, maybe this last paper will tell me. Ooh, captain's letter. Oh, I thought the other one was... Never mind, let's see. Your Royal Majesty, my trained squad of elite assassins is ready to perform whatever services you require. However, since my assassins are few in number, it would be prudent to provide us with support in the form of auxiliary troops. If I may be so bold, I suggest granting me the authority to commandeer soldiers from the Cygnus Irregulars. I need to stop at Sandswirl Manor anyway, to collect Prefect Carlo's report on the last Dragon Guard. Besides, any chance to stick a knife in that haughty Imperial always appealed to me. He considers my mercenaries to be inferior to his troops, and I hate him for that. Captain Solinia.
Captain Solinia? That must be Captain S. And the Cygnus Irregulars are Imperial troops under the command of Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor. I think you found everything I need to fill in the blanks. Let's talk.
So you're saying you're going to talk and I'm going to listen. Not that I mind, but...
The documents you uncovered allow me to make sense of this unfinished dictation. I believe I now know the contents of Euraxia's final order.
So, what was Euraxia's final order?
Euraxia ordered Captain Solinia to assassinate a dragon guard in an effort to appease the dragons. Solinia plans to commandeer as many additional soldiers as necessary from Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor and retrieve a report.
Dragon Guard? I don't understand.
Neither do I, at least not fully. The Dragon Guard were the sworn protectors of the Imperial Emperor. At least they were until they fell out of favor. Euraxia has ordered her assassins to murder what she claims to be the last Dragon Guard.
The last Dragon Guard?
Don't ask me. The Dragon Guard I knew failed to protect the potentates and were disbanded in disgrace. They claimed to have descended from legendary Akaviri dragon hunters. But that's all it was. A legend. We need to get to Sandswirl Manor.
I'll head to Sandswirl Manor and find Prefect Carlo as soon as I can.
We can't take any chances. Euraxia's final order directs her assassins to murder the last Dragon Guard. If the dragons consider this threat real, we need it on our side. Meet me west of the city, on the outskirts of Sandswirl Manor.
Do you know anything about Captain Solinia or Prefect Carlo?
Kalo is mentioned in Qa'Rajh's intelligence reports. He commands a garrison of troops in an estate seized when they conquered the region. As for Solinia, I've never heard of her. But an assassination squad, they're never a good thing.
Well, not unless you are at the commandeering end of them. If you are at the top... What was that?
Are the people of Rimmen cowards?
They're just afraid, Qa'Rajh. Remember, the dragon's still dark in the skies overhead.
But we need to replenish our forces. I fear there are more battles ahead.
You carry the weight of the kingdom, Qa'Rajh, but the crown is not yet yours.
Yes, yes. I must be recognized by the Main and Queen Qa'Rajh. Which reminds me, has the Dominion sent us any aid?
A few advisors, some gold, but no troops. We are on our own.
Well, technically I'm here on behalf of the... Oh, of the Dominion, so there is that. Alright. Oh, I thought that was the exit, but... is that a sodium? It is, but I cannot access it. No, not that it's relevant. Okay, let's see. Sand Swirl Manor. Where would that be? What? Nope. Is that out here? Ah! Well, that's fairly short by. Let's see. How looking for time? Ugh. 21 minutes? Yeah, well, I did say that Abnur Tharn liked to talk, so... Right. Well, it's not enough time to... Whoop! Oh, well. It's not enough time to go to the manor and... deal with that just yet. But it is enough time to go down to the Rimmen marketplace and clear up my inventory and raise a couple of my skills, hopefully. How close are we to an overall level, actually? Far. Okay, that is not a problem. I merely... That's a housing. Wait, it's white? Apparently I've claimed that at some point. Not that I remember, but, well... Okay, we need crafting stations. I probably could sell a couple of things too now that I'm here. No one is watching that particular trunk, but I am not a thief. Well, at least not as much as someone else.
Traveler.
Sure, bones. Rigert knew he should have brought more mead.
I would wonder what an order was doing here, but... If that's a changing room, it's not very private. Okay, so this was not... Ah, that's the bazaar. We want the artisan district, which is... north. So we should be able to go through... Oh, hello. Serenade. That's a good name for...
I understand why the Qa'Rajh deposed Queen Euraxia. I truly do. However, losing her support has put a bit of a crimp into my current living arrangements. Perhaps the new queen would also be willing to be my patron?
I don't think that's a problem, but... That was a rather deep laughter, but... Ow! It wasn't an access point. Well, it did look strange. Okay, well, we are at the artisans. Don't really know that I have anything to do with alchemy, so let's not. Okay. Deconstruct. Do we have anything that... Yes, we do. No shields. Okay. Am I using any of these, or are the ones that I'm using better? Let's see, main hand. I am using a level 42... That's not my main weapon. That's my off weapon. Ah. So, level 43... So these... I don't believe that I have anything to research. Nope, I do not. That's fine. Might as well look into it while I'm at it. I'm not using the bow, so this should be enough to get us to level 23. Yes. Good. Right. I could create some more stuff, but right now it's about anything in armor? Nope. Deconstruct. Oh, inspiration. Ah, well, certainly don't mind that. We're a bit behind in heavy armor, but really that's not a wonder since we're a sorcerer, focusing mainly on medium armor. Okay, do we have anything here for research? We do not. That's okay. Deconstruct. Ooh, now there's a bit of a... Really? Oh. Well, those sets are... I don't really care about those sets. I mean... oh, no. Just because you're glowing doesn't mean the table is. Okay, extraction. Start with that. Alright, so we're down to 139 out of 200. I mean, that still isn't great. I'd like to be at least below 75, so we still have a ways to go. I'm not going to deal with this right now, because we are out of time. But I will do a bit of this off-screen, and in the next episode, I will meet you near Sandswell Manor. Well, we shall see if we can't either persuade or just simply kill our way into some Imperial Legionnaires. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Right? Dragons. Anyway, until next time, take care.